Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Johnny Damon. We are live with Contest of Speed, AM2 round 13 at the wonderful Las Vegas circuit. This is, give me 1 second here. Sorry, I'm a little behind on getting all my stuff pulled up. 6.12 kilometers circuit with 17 corners and 2 DRS zones. Very tight circuit, street circuit. Is going to be a lot of rear locking. Definitely will happen all throughout the Grand Prix. Not big fan of this track myself, but I am looking forward to seeing how AM2 um, is going to run this race. In the meantime, looking at the points, we got Cars Ben leading the points with 190, Cheesehead 127, J Supreme with 104, Harris Plus with 89, Big Mama Frank 87, Potty 56, Texas Tornado 56 and 7th, Chewy 51 and 8th, J Knowles 50, Grim has 42 and 10th, Orlando in 11th with 40, Deathstorm with 36, 10 Men Rowdy with 33 and 13th, Fitz Dickwell with 30 and 14th, Captain Tito 15th with 24, Raptors 16th with 17, Obama Chicken 17th with 15, No Name is 18th with 12, and Bejkowski has 10 and 19th. In regards to the constructors, Ferrari leading 317, Mercedes 176, Haas with 144, Red Bull 115, Alfa Romeo 111, McLaren 91, AlphaTauri 89, Alpine 77, Aston Martin 49, and Williams with 49. Getting into penalties, we got some race bans here tonight. Chewy has race ban for round 13 and 14. We got Harris plus J Knowles and Great Ape. Great Ape was at fault. Verdict is 5 seconds plus a penalty point, and second offense for a penalty or a point of view. So that's another 5 seconds and 2 penalty points. So total 10 seconds, 3 penalty points. Cars Ben, Sod, and J Supreme. Sod caused a dangerous restart by going too early and keeping his brake on after going. That's 10 seconds, 2 penalty points to Sod. Orlando, Harris Platts, Cars Ben, and Chewy. Stewards deemed Orlando is at fault for the collision, so that's 10 seconds plus 2 penalty points plus a point of view penalty. Third offense, that's giving him a qualifying ban, and three additional penalty points for Orlando. Chewy got a point of view penalty, that's his fourth offense, so that is going to be a race ban for round 13 and 3 penalty points. Orlando, with the verdict in incident report, driver is awarded race bans for rounds 13 and 14 due to penalty point accumulation. This pushes the qualifying ban to round 15, so that's going to really hurt Orlando over the next 3 weeks of racing due to having two race bans and a qualifying ban. We're about to load in here. This is a one-stop strategy race, 25 laps. We're going to do a short quali of 18 minutes. It's going to be a very interesting Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to it. I wonder how AM2 is going to like the circuit. There's a lot of tight corners you don't want to try and make a move into. Very long DRS straight. You'll see people max out in their RPMs all the way down. But I am very interested to see how this goes. Hello, Potty. Welcome to the stream. I know you're racing. I don't know why you're tuned in, but that's Potty for you. I get it, buddy. Yes, it's a very horrendous track to drive. I'm not looking forward to it in a couple weeks in my league. But yeah. And it looks like we're going to have a Haas of Jano coming out onto the circuit. Very tight exit off a pit lane here through the inside of turn 1. So you just got to be extremely cautious when coming out of pit lane to make sure you don't cause any incidents with drivers coming through. Alright, so just gotta pull up the track map that I got here. As Potty is starting his lap, he's coming down Harmon Avenue now, which is gonna take him through turn 17, passing Top Golf on the left side of the circuit. Does not turn on his ERS, so I'm very curious to why he's doing that. Come through turn 1, Harbor Island Apartments, into turn 2, 3, and 4, which is Rochelle Avenue intersection. Now he's making his way down Koval. Koval Lane opens up the DRS flap heading towards turn 5, which is going to take him onto Westchester Drive. Going into 6 and then 7, 8, and 9 is this little kink up here at the top. So yeah. And it looks like he had a little bit of an incident here, so we are going to go back down to another driver here as Harris Pletz is on his lap going through Westchester Drive. He's making his way up into turn 7, 8, and 9, which is going to take him very tight section. You'll see a lot of guys probably pulling off there if they can't get the braking point down. Now he's heading down Sands Avenue, heading towards turn 12. Got a purple sector 144.9, so that's going to be the benchmark for the remainder of the drivers heading into turn 12, which is now taking him down the very long DRS straight here, which is Las Vegas Boulevard. You'll see a lot of overtakes happen here all race long, which is going to take him right down into turn 14, which is this little kink here. You want to use not a lot of curb on the entrance, but in the middle there, you want to kind of ride right over the center of that curb, which he did not. He just kind of used his tires. Making his way back down Harmon Avenue, heading towards the start-finish straight. He's going to tuck to the inside, hold it through, and he sets the benchmark at a 133.7. So not a bad lap from him, but we're just going to follow along with Texas Tornado here as he's making his way down the Las Vegas Boulevard, heading toward turn 14. Captain Tito sets the new pole, and then Cheesehead jumped right above him there with a 133.1. So Texas Tornado is heading into turn 14, 15, and 16 now. avoids the middle curb completely on the exit of Harmon Avenue. He's coming all the way down to turn 17, which is going to take him across the start-finish straight. And where is he going to put himself? He throws himself on the front row with a 132.9. That's an outstanding lap by him. Sadnayas comes across with a 133.1. Great Ape here. Doesn't look like he's on a lap. He's not very happy. Carsben, your points leader, Death Storm comes across with a 134 flat. Well, 134.1 more or less. Great Ape, yeah, following along with Carsben as he's making his way down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Getting ready to start his first hot lap of the day. So here comes Carsben working his way all the way down into turn 1, which is going to lead him right into turn 2. Nobody's coming out of pit road, so he does not have to worry about that traffic right there. Coming through Rochelle Avenue intersection, now he's going down Koval Lane, opens up the DRS flap heading towards turn 5, which is Caesar's Forum. He's going to get hard on the brake all the way down to third gear, gets off, lets it roll through midway, back on the throttle heavy, heading towards turn 6 and 7 and 8. This is a very tight section where if you get hard on the brakes and don't know how to trail brake very well, you're going to get a lot of rear locking. So on the exit of turn 9, coming down Sands Avenue through 10. Going through 10, 11, and 12. Now he's going to be making that really tight left-hand corner in second gear back on the straight of the Las Vegas Boulevard. He's going to get ready to open up that DRS flap in about 100 meters. He opens it up. Let's see where he tops his speed out at. He's already at 215 miles an hour. He might have potential to hit 220 here. He's got it. 220 miles an hour down into second gear through turn 14. Now coming through 15 into 16. Heading towards Harmon Avenue. Back toward the start finish straight. Going to take him through 17. Top Golf on your left hand side of the circuit. And he crosses the line with a 132.6. That puts him about 0.23 seconds over Texas Tornado. That was a great lap by Carsben. Now we got to go to J Parks here. He coming through turn 13 or turn 12, making his way down Las Vegas Boulevard. Opens up the DRS flap, making his way all the way down to turn 14. Now he's coming down Harmon Avenue. Sadnayas sets a pole with a 132.6, so 3/100ths of a second over. Ah, electric blade. Go away. Ferraris, ew. The thing about being in a Ferrari is they make bad pit calls. And Potty sets the fastest lap with a 132.5. No McLaren today. I got you a blade. AM1 Ferrari. I'm sorry you get stuck with that car. How many bad strategy calls did your engineer give you? So Potty's on pole. Let's follow along with Tim and the Rowdy. Coming down Koval Lane, heading towards turn 5. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. Gonna get hard on the brakes. Does not brake at 100%. Comes through. Back on the throttle, heavy. Heading towards turns 6, 7, and 8, and 9. And you got a spin by an Alpine on the inside. I wonder who that was. That was probably Fit Dickwell, the only Alpine on the grid at the moment. Now he's working his way all the way down Sands Avenue heading toward turn 12. He's going to have to try and get a toe here off of the other Alpine. I think it's Great Ape. That might be in front of him. No, that was actually Great Ape that spun. Fitz Dickwell might be on a lap. He opens up the DRS flap for Timbin the Rowdy. He's coming all the way down through 13, making his way towards turn 14. Purple sector 2 with a 111.8 after 2 sectors. He's going to get hard on the brakes all the way down to 3rd gear. Nice trail braking from him. Uses some of the inside curb in 15 on the exit of 15 all the way. Heading towards the line now. Let's see where he puts himself. Is he going to get pole? Looks like he might. No, he is not. He's at a 134.3, which puts him in P10. Captain Tito is on a lap now, going down Sands Avenue, heading towards turn 12. He's going to open up the DRS flap in 100 meters. It's open, making his way all the way down turn 14. Going to top out at about 221 miles an hour. I'm not exactly sure what that is in kilometers, and I'm sorry about that. Welcome to America. Uses all the inside curb in 15, which was really nice run coming out of 16, making his way towards the start-finish line, and he's going to cross it down in the 33.1, so that's not really much movement for him, but he does keep or stay ahead of Cheesehead here. Let's find another driver. Let's follow along with Cheesehead's on a lap, opening up the DRS. Cheesehead up to P2 with a 132.5, so that was a great lap by him. The Red Bull of Texas Tornado doesn't look like he got some improvement on that time, but not a whole lot. So who else is on a lap? Captain Tito's Botson. Sod is on an out lap. Cheesehead going for another lap here? No, he's not. He's making his way towards the pit. Texas Tornado is on a lap coming through. Or no, Texas Tornado is not on a lap. So just waiting on Saad Niaz, and he's going to pull over here. So Saad Niaz is on a lap coming through turn 1 and 2. Now he's making his way through 3 and 4. Gonna bring him down Koval Lane, open up the DRS flap heading towards turn 5. He's gonna have to learn some trail braking, which is very tough at this track, especially with a lot of these corners being braking zones and turning at the same time. He gets a little bit into the wall on the exit of 5, so he's definitely pushing the limit here. Hard on the brake coming through 7, 8, and 9. Now gonna take him down Sam's Avenue, which is gonna bring him towards turn 12. The night, and yeah, so he's still on a lap here. He did not back out. He's actually gonna want to back out here. What's up, Kep? So he's 1.5 off his lap, so that's not very good for him. J Knowles on a lap, opens up the DRS flap, heading down Koval Lane, making his way towards turn 5 here. See if he gains any time in sector 1. Got quite a bit of traffic here in front of him. Hopefully nobody makes a mistake to interfere on his lap, but he's coming through Westchester Drive towards 7 now. Very tight portion of the race circuit where you don't want to really go side by side through here. Now he's coming down Sam's Avenue, heading towards turn 12. Goes a little wide on the exit. Making his way down the strip, which is also Las Vegas Boulevard. Opens up the DRS flap. He's going to top out at about 220 miles per hour. Hold on, Cap. Let me pull up the stream here so I can see your guys' your comments. And now he's coming down Harmon Avenue, heading towards the start-finish line, and it looks like he wants to pull in. He wasn't very happy with his lap there. We got 45 seconds to go. Let's follow along with the first guy I can find here on a lap, and that's going to be a Ferrari of Cheesehead, who's at a 132.5. He's just starting a lap. The Haas, I think I gotta figure out. Okay, let's go to the Alfa Romeo. We'll get onto an Alfa Romeo of Parks. Up on a time by 1.7 seconds here, making his way across the line, gained 2 seconds, moves himself all the way up to P6. So now you got the Red Bull. That was okay, so let's see who the Aston Martin is. Captain Tito is coming down into turn 14. Making his way down Harmon Avenue now, heading towards the start-finish line. Is he up on his time? We will find out. He's cutting it very close. 131, 132, 132.8. 3/10 gained on that time there. Find the Alpine here. Mr. Fitzdick-Wells coming across the line. 133.8. That puts him up to P12. Not a great lap by him, but he did get some improvement. And across the line comes Potty, setting a new fastest lap. He gained 0.6 of a second on that lap. That puts him on pole. Provisional pole. Is anybody going to be able to capitalize on that pole position there? Death Storm about to cross the line. And he's not very happy. Yeah, Death Storm did not really improve on that lap either. Here comes the Haas of J Supreme. He gained a half a second. Puts him P8. Back down to Parks has retired, and now comes the Mercedes of Harris Platts working his way towards the line. About a half a second up on his time. He's going to cross it. 133 flat. 0.7 of a second. Puts him up into P9. And who else just crossed the line there? That was Great Ape. Did not improve. So there is your starting order, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready. There is no more formation lap for Contest of Speed, as I guess there's been some problems with it. So they turned it off once again. Potty on pole. Cheesehead second. I will get through the remainder of that. I'm sorry. Prime. Oh, Prime. Thank you, Ricky, for whatever Prime is. I do not know. I am way out of sorts with... Yikes, doesn't work. What's up, Acid Masters? Long time no see. I haven't seen you on the circuit in a while. Where you been hiding? Need to stop hiding on me. Welcome, Nottingham Carter. Welcome to Contest of Speed. Oh, it's not Tom Carter. Wow, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Nottingham Carter? Okay. No, it's not Tom Carter. Don't laugh at me, guys, okay? I'm like over here trying to, like, I don't know, focus. And 5 red lights, and away we go. The lights are out, and we are taking off down into turn 1. Potty gets a great jump ahead of Cheesehead. And some funky stuff happening in the back of the grid, but Cars Ben was able to jump Sod Niaz. Let's pull up the tires here. We got a bunch of mediums, some hards, a rainbow of colors all coming through into turn 5. Jump down to the bottom. A lot of guys going off circuit in the back here. That's not very good. Fitz Dickwell and Tim in the Rowdy both off circuit into the runoff. So that's not very good there. So Texas Tornado has overtaken Cheesehead here on the opening lap. We got medium hard or hard medium medium. I really do not think two-stop strategy will benefit any driver here. Potty's already 1.5 seconds out front. Potty needs to be promoted to AM1. Get him out of here. I'm just kidding. Texas Tornado is on the attack on Cheesehead at the moment, and my controller has died. Oh, my luck today. My luck today. Press any button to continue. Yeah, I apologize, folks. Texas Tornado has overtaken Cars Ben, and now here comes Cheesehead. The remainder of the field is all still nice and tight here. Body trying to pull away. 2 seconds now. Texas Tornado under attack from Cars Ben, making our way into turn 1. Side by side action. They both give each other space. A little bit of wheel banging. Coming through 2 into 3. Cars Ben backs out of it. Jump back behind Texas Tornado. Jumps into the slipstream. Now he got Cheesehead right behind him, and Sod Niaz is following along as well. Captain Tito is right off the back of him. Got a nice little 5-car train here for second place as Potty is trying to check out. Oh boy. Cars Ben is still trying to attack on Texas Tornado as we're making our way down Sands Avenue heading towards turn 12. Everybody in single file. I'm very interested to see what they are doing in regards to RPMs, but I don't pull that up. Jay Knowles is in the points. Yes, he is. Up to 10th place. Now we're all making our way down the very long DRS straight. DRS will be activated next lap, so we will see some moves go on there. What happened back here? Great Ape must have spun the car or something. We're going to jump back up to the front. There's a lot of action going on up here with Cars Ben still trying to put on the attack on Texas Tornado. Cheesehead following along. They've pulled a gap on Jay Supreme. Captain Tito has fallen back. Texas Tornado sets the fastest lap here with the 134. DRS is activated. So this lap alone, Texas gets a little sideways, practicing his drifting to go play rally cars after this game. What a save by Tornado. Cars Ben was able to capitalize that going into turn 5. Now you got Cheesehead, who's gonna, oh, and Great Ape has gone into the pit, it looks like, to retire in pit lane, so that everything is okay there. Nothing big happening that allows Stickwell to overtake him. So Cars Ben is now falling 2 seconds behind Potty once again. Nobody has DRS on him, but we're going to get some moves going down this very long DRS straight after turn 12, which is the Las Vegas Boulevard, which is also the strip. Fun fact, if you don't, as a restaurant owner or a hotel or whatever, oh boy, we got some moves coming along here. Here comes Cheesehead. He's going to pull right up to the back of him. Is he going to be looking to make a move? Jump to the outside, side by side in the braking zone. Cheesehead backs right out of it, allows Tornado through. Coming through 15 into 16. And they're all still within reach of each other. Here comes Cheesehead coming through turn 17, cross start finish straight. Going to jump back to the outside, side by side, but now he wants to back out of it once again going into turn 1. Trying to set him up for Koval lane off the exit of 4. DRS flaps are all going to be flying open from everybody here, except for Cars Ben, as he does not hang on. And here comes Sod. He backs out. We're all still in a nice straight line. Don't really know what to say about the Las Vegas track, as not much can happen. And oh, we got a little bit of a track cut by Texas Tornado. No penalty though, so he's okay there. And 4-car battle for second place. Heading toward turn 12 off of Sands Avenue. Gonna bring him back down the Las Vegas Boulevard. Who's gonna start making the move? And Deathstorm worked his way up to P7. Hello, Deathstorm. Welcome to AM2. Yeah, they should, but Potty's still pulling a gap on him. He's at 2.7 seconds, and it's still increasing. But here comes Texas Tornado, side by side with Cars Ben. Jump back in front of him before the braking zone. Coming through 14 into 15. All these guys. Right on each other's gearbox. Yes, Ape did retire in pit lane. Making our way down the straight. The start-finish straight. Small straight heading into turn 1. That opens the door for Cars Ben to kind of peek to the inside. Does not take the opportunity to make a move, but he is going to get DRS here. Gets a little loose coming off of 4. Why is the flap not open for Cars Ben here? Is he just trying to trail along? I'm all set, Great Ape. I appreciate it. Coming through 7, 8, and 9. Making our way down Sands Avenue once again. Captain Tito, 5-second penalty for corner cutting. And Texas Tornado has opened up a 1-second gap over Cars Ben, so that's not very good for Cars Ben. Hopefully these guys, Cars Ben and Cheesehead can work with the DRS here on the Las Vegas Boulevard. But look who's popping into the picture. Saad Niaz is looking to go side by side. Saad Niaz is also looking for a potential double overtake here down the long straight. Is he going to make a move? He's not close enough, but Texas Tornado has also lost that 1-second gap he had from the DRS being activated here. Heading down Harmon Avenue, making our way towards turn 17. Gonna put us across the start-finish line to complete lap 5 of 25. Heading toward turn 1 now. You've still got Sod all over the back of Cheesehead, and Cheesehead has found his way up to Texas Tornado. Yes, Texas is in big trouble here with no ER or DRS and no ERS as well, actually. So you got to figure out a way to hold on to these guys. Heading down Sands Avenue. Towards turn 12, and Potty has opened up a 3.8 second gap. Potty is just putting down consistent laps, lap in and out, but here comes Cheesehead. Is he going to be looking to make a move down the long straight? Yes, he is. He's going to jump to the inside. Is that going to pull Sod with him as well? Sod is also looking to make a move as well, so Texas Tornado has lost 2 spots on one straight. Is Cars Ben looking to make a move? No, he is not. He falls back in behind. We got a 4-car battle still for second place. Cars Ben and Texas Tornado get a little squirrely off the exit of 16. Getting ready to cross the line to complete lap 6. Yeah, it is like F1 cars have NOS. You're exactly right. Jay Supreme is peering into the picture 1.5 seconds off the back of Cars Ben. Little bit more time on them and he'll be picking up the pace and getting that DRS as well. Have not seen a double overtake from anybody yet, even though Texas Tornado peeks out to fall back in line, break off the slipstream. Gets a little wide, kind of taps the wall there off the exit of 5. And here comes Jay Supreme, 1.3 seconds, 1.2, really coming into the picture. That Haas is looking fast. Saad Nayaz was able to get through Cheesehead in a very tight section of the track. Not exactly sure how, but he made it work. Texas Tornado is also looking to peak right on Cheesehead here as we go into the braking zone of 12. DRS is going to come into play. Jay Supreme, did he get the DRS detection? Yes, he did. I think Jay Supreme got it. We'll find out when he crosses here. Does not have DRS, but now back up to the front. Cheesehead side by side with Sod completes the move. Texas Tornado's not close enough going into turn 14, but we got a really tight field up in the front. Now Jay Supreme needs to find some more time once again. He dropped through the feet, or dropped some time there, but he's up to 1.2 off of these guys. He's working extremely hard to catch back up to the front, or to the 4 here from 2nd to 5th. 1.2 seconds for Jay Supreme. He's going to be looking to appear in the picture. Texas Tornado coming down, going to open up the DRS, not close enough to make an attack on Sod, and Sod is not close enough to make an attack on Cheesehead. These guys are racing very, very clean here through these 4 drivers. Yeah, Paul in a kind of a spin with a little bit of a wing tap, some damage, some wings are damaged for sure. That's going to put a damper on somebody's race. This was a great race all the way up to this point. So everybody's going to have some damage coming into play, but that I don't know how that's going to come down as Texas Tornado and Sod and Parks has retired in pit lane. So Captain Tito making a move on Sod at the moment, heading towards turn 14. So Texas Tornado and Sod both are going to bot. They're both going to the hard tires here. They actually could... This might actually benefit them. I mean, having the damaged wing is going to be a little costly, but To be fair, too, those mediums are starting to wear out at this point in the Grand Prix, so jumping onto these hard tires might actually benefit them a little bit, maybe get an undercut on the guys in front of them. They have potential here to make it to the end of the race on those tires, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to turn out. But everybody has kind of formed a gap here, so no big battles are going to be happening at the moment. Jay Supreme still working on trying to catch Cars Ben, but no DRS for Cars Ben, so now you got to find a way to start to catch back up to Cheesehead here, and hopefully they can start working as teammates to go after Potty. And it looks like Cheesehead is working a little bit. He kind of closed that gap by 2/10. Yeah, Potty has nobody to work with up in the front. Death Storm is definitely P6. This is the highest I've ever seen him, so I'm not going to give him commentator's curse, so we got to get off of him right now. Jay Supreme is catching up to the back of Cars Ben, so Jay Supreme could be very, very smart here. Use the DRS to his advantage, and then work alongside Cars Ben to try and catch back up to Cheesehead. I'm wondering if that is going to happen. Jay Supreme's losing time in turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming down Koval Lane, he still does not have DRS. So he's got to find a way to not lose time in these corners. He looks like he has some straight line speed, maybe. Not exactly sure. Cars Ben is finding a little bit of time on his teammate Cheesehead here. He's down to 1.4. Jay Knowles coming out of the pit right now. Down to 1.3, chasing after Cheesehead. And Jay Supreme down to 1.1, chasing after Cars. No, do not do that, Ricky. Do not do that. Make this race all about strategy and pace. Don't do that. You're fired. You pick up that phone, I'm going to cancel your phone call. And here comes Jay Supreme on Cars Ben. He's finally within DRS range. Is he going to get that detection? We will find out down Koval Lane. No, he did not get the DRS detection. He falls out just before the detection point. Saad Nayaz sets the fastest lap with a 1:35.5. Rigged game, to be honest. I don't know if it's rigged. You just got to make sure you keep your speed through the corners. And now we're back in DRS. Jay Supreme all over the gearbox of Cars Ben. He's coming down Las Vegas Boulevard looking to use that DRS to hopefully gain some time on Cheesehead in front. Here comes Jay Supreme's open, does not, yeah, he does open the flap. So Jay Supreme has actually closed about 0.3 of a second up to Cheesehead based on that DRS straight. It looks like Cheesehead is going to be going into... Oh, we got both of the Ferraris going into pit lane. Oh boy, are we going to get a double... We got a double stack on the Ferraris. That's going to cost Cars Ben here. He's going to have to wait. Oh no, that's not very good. So now we got a double stack. And here comes Captain Tito. Ferrari strat, yep, typical Ferraris. You gotta love it. And now J Supreme is 5.3 off a potty. So these guys that are all pitting are going to try and make it to the end. Texas Tornado and Sod both jump cars Ben off of that pit stop. I agree, Carter. That is very bad team communication there. That's why you always want to be communicating with your teammate. But we're going to have a battle between Texas Tornado, Sod Niaz, and Timman the Rowdy, making our way through 7, 8, and 9, which can take us back down Sands Avenue. Timman has fallen out of DRS range on them. So it's just between Sod and Texas Tornado now. And it looks like the Mercedes of Harris-Platz might have gotten some rear locking and spun in turn 12. Now he's got to wait for the field to get by so he can enter the circuit safely. And he does. He's back going straight, but Sod is going to be side by side with Tornado. Very low on the ERS here. Wow, No, he doesn't. Okay. Potty is in pit lane. Let's see where he comes out. Cheesehead's in front of Sod and Texas Tornado by 4.5 seconds. If Sod and Tornado can work together, they can try and reel Cheese back in. So I'm very interested to see what happens. 3.6 seconds. Potty does come out in front of Cheesehead. So because they double stacked. That's why the Ferrari's double stacked in the pit lane. Yeah, it's still a huge stoppage there. I mean, you got to think about it. Ben wasn't able to just get in and get out. He had to go in. Yeah, I understand, but like, and then also on top of that, Captain Tito as well, who was pitting at the same time. So I don't know. I mean, something happened. Not exactly sure, but Cars Ben's got a lot of work to make up here. Cheesehead's 2 seconds off the back of Potty, so those hard tires are coming into play a little bit quicker than Potty's are because Cheesehead decided to box a little earlier. Sod Niaz, they're actually starting to gain some time once again on Cheesehead, heading down Las Vegas Boulevard. Not sure if that was a smart move for Sod to be trying to pull away. But here comes Tornado on the attack, heading towards turn 14. He's not close enough to make a move. And J Supreme is going to pit, so where is J Supreme going to come out? Supreme is going to fall down to P5. Timman's now going to box, and Cars Ben is working all over Captain Tito here through turn 1 and 2. Was able to complete the move through the inside. J Supreme is on the mediums. Let's get an update on tires here. So J Supreme on mediums. That's why Sod is pulling a little bit of a gap. He's on some mediums as well, but Texas Tornado's not really letting him go very far here. So let's see what J Supreme can do on these mediums. He's already peeking back into the picture here. He's trying to make a run, heading towards Texas Tornado. Texas Tornado falling out of DRS range. Is he going to get it back? No, he is not. No, Sod isn't going to have to pit again. He can make it to the end on those mediums. He's going to have very high tire wear by the end, but he's going to make it to the end. What kink are you talking about, Cam? You're talking about the exit of turn 16, which is down at the bottom in the right-hand corner? If so, I mean, Cheesehead and Card Ben should still be able to see that, especially where they're from. J Supreme all back within 1 second of Texas Tornado. Yeah, the entrance to pit lane definitely is straight. J Supreme's looking to reel Texas Tornado back in here. He's all over his gearbox. Coming through 12 now. Tornado gets a little loose off the exit. Coming down Las Vegas Boulevard on lap 15 of 25. Here goes J Supreme. Comes flying through. He's got the DRS. Now he's going to be able to gain a lot of time here on Sod Naiads because Sod has nobody to get DRS from. And we got a virtual safety car. Welcome to Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what happened there? Tornado just, whoa. Sod is going to pit. Let's see what he does for tire choice here. Carter, it's exclamation point clip. He goes to a new set of mediums. There you go. No. What happened was the Sod was already in front. I think Tornado just kind of misread that braking point and almost hit Sod. I don't think Sod hit Tornado. I think Tornado just completely messed it up. But here comes Sod. Now he's got a lot of time to make up if he wants to get back on the podium here. Potty is 3 seconds out in front of Cheesehead here on lap 16. Yeah, no, anybody can clip Carter. It's just, you've got to be quick about it. So lucky me, guys, I get to race 100% around Silverstone tomorrow, and I'm turning offline. Thank you, BK. So Sod got a lot of time to make up here. He's about 13 seconds off on fresh mediums compared to everybody else. The question is he going to be able to catch up? I do not think so. So what's everybody's prediction for the... Is there going to be another safety? Is there going to be a safety car or a virtual safety car to end out this Grand Prix? Oh boy, So we got Cheesehead out in P2, 3.1 off a potty. Still trying to chase him down. We're going to pull up the telemetry at this point here. 38% for potty, 35 for Cheesehead, 52 for Supreme, 33 for Sod. Death Storm at 24, 11 for Tornado. Tornado sets the fastest lap. Tinman at 25, Cars Ben at 27, trying to catch up to Tinman. And Captain Tito sets the fastest lap on some soft tires. So these guys are all fighting for that fastest lap. Jay Knowles back in 10th and Fitz Dickwell in 11th. Attaboy Cam, 0 seconds watching Formula One. Hell yeah. And we have a safety car. Oh boy, an electric entree. So now the whole field is going to be pulled back together. We got the leaders all boxing for some new tires. So Ricky is probably out here driving the safety car around. That's my prediction. You know, Ricky doing Ricky things. It's exclamation point followage. Ooh, Cam got you beat, Ricky. That's not good. Carter, you got 32 seconds. Get it. Or 32 minutes. Oh boy. So Carter, best advice I can give you, man, is don't let the nerves get to you. You're racing EU2, so I haven't watched any of their races this season at least, but I raced a couple of times last season when I was racing in contest of speed. I just had some other things come up in regards to my racing career. But yeah, you got this. Just go out there and just give it your best. Stay clean, and you know, make sure your battles are competitive. Give people space. Always remember one car width of space, and you'll have a good result. Is this your Carter? How many league races have you ever been in? Is this like? I'll say contest of speed is probably one of the most. It's one of the most competitive series that I've raced in regards to separating drivers based on pace. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'll try and, yeah, I feel that. I've done that too. And we're back on the green flag. You got Cheesehead. Here we go. Going into turn one. We're going to get a lot of action back here. 3 wide. Whoa, some 3 wide happen action there. Texas Tornado has DNF from the Grand Prix. That's not good for Tornado. And Deathstorm was pushed into the 3 wide there. So that's not very good either because he was stuck in the middle. Good clip, guys. That was, I'm glad I caught that. J Supreme is now all over the back of Cheesehead. Is J Supreme gonna get up to P2? So everybody needs to keep on to the back of Potty here, because if you can't keep up with Potty, he's gonna pull away and win this Grand Prix. Let's go up to Cheesehead using a lot of ERS to try and catch back up to him. Potty is already down to 40% as well. So DRS will not be activated this lap. It's going to be one more lap and we'll get that DRS. So the question is, are these guys all? No, and here goes Potty pulling away. Already broke the DRS, so now Cheesehead needs to try and find a way to separate himself from J Supreme. Car's been up to P5. Deathstorm, highest I've ever seen him. This man has put in the work this week. J Knowles, what happened to J Knowles retired in pit lane? I don't think he's going to get any points for doing it that early, so that's unfortunate. Yes and no. I think he was trying to burn as well, trying to catch up to Potty, but Potty is just on another set of tires, or another set of caffeine tonight, we'll put it that way. I mean, Deathstorm's got a great car tonight. Ben hasn't really gained much. Yeah, I mean, Deathstorm is actually kind of keeping Ben at bay around 2.5, 2.6 seconds. So that's pretty solid for Deathstorm here. So I think he has potential. He just needs to stay consistent. Yes, and here comes J Supreme, 135 flat, looking into turn one. He sets the fastest lap here, so that's an extra point for him. Yeah, Kurt's been starting to find some time now. But here comes Here comes Jay Supreme all over the back of Cheesehead. Cars Ben has gained 5/10 on him. Coming through turn 12. Jay Supreme. All over the back of him. Here he goes. Jay Supreme up to P2, using that DRS to his advantage. He's almost down to 1 second on Potty here up in front. Here he comes. He's under 1 second. Is Jay Supreme going to be able to hold on to that time here through 16? No, he's not. He's falling back off a little bit again. Potty is going to start using that ERS, but Jay Supreme actually has more than him here up in the front. So here comes Jay Supreme working our way through the start-finish line. On the penultimate lap we are. Jay Supreme is not under threat, and Saad Niaz has gone around and wrecked out on the exit of turn 16 on Harmon Avenue. But here comes Jay Supreme. He's trying to reel Potty in. He sees him blinking going into turn 5. Here we go. Here comes Jay Supreme. He's really creeping up somehow here. He's trying to find it. He's trying to find it. 1.1, 1.1 still. Is he going to get DRS detection off the exit of 12? Down to 1 second. Under 1 second. He's under 9/10. He's going to get the DRS here. If Jay Supreme was smart about this, he won't make a move now. He will not make a move now. He's probably going to stay in the line, and he's going to follow along until the final lap, and then he's going to put on the attack down this long straight. He does not want to make a move. No, he stays in behind. He's going to come around 14 in through 15. Now 16. Potty is under threat. The biggest threat he's had all night, and that it comes from Jay Supreme on the penultimate lap. Here we go. Coming across the start-finish line to start the final lap of the Grand Prix. Cars Ben has caught up to Deathstorm as well. But we're going to stay with the leaders here. I don't think there's going to be any DRS chicken. I think Jay Supreme is playing this very smart. I think he's playing this extremely smart right now. Coming around turn 5, heading through 6. It's going to bring him into 7, 8, and 9. The nice little left, right. Oh, Potty, no! Potty! Oh, man, that is very unfortunate for him. Oh boy, Potty, that's not very good for you, but here comes Deathstorm on the defense against Mr. Cars Ben, working our way down to turn 12. Now we're coming down Las Vegas Boulevard. And Deathstorm's using all that ERS, all of it. He's trying to defend off of Cars Ben, and Cars Ben's able to complete the pass. No! Oh, Deathstorm really? No, he's not out of fuel. He's not out of fuel. He's low, but he's not out of fuel. Is Deathstorm gonna put on the attack? Back up to Jay Supreme. Crosses the line in first place. Cheesehead's gonna come across in second. Cars Ben is looking to cross in third. And here comes Deathstorm in fourth. Potty has cost himself a big... Oh, God, Potty. So mad with himself. He wrecked himself across the line. Oh, man. And here comes Mr. Fitz Dickwell. And now Captain Tito on the exit of 15 down Harmon Avenue. Alright, time to invite some of these guys in here. So that is your Grand Prix, folks. J Supreme got the victory and the fastest lap. Cheesehead P2, Cars Ben P3. Deathstorm P4 from 10th place, so definitely driver of the day potential right there. Potty P5, Timbin P6, 7th, Captain Tito 8th, Sod 9th, J Knowles 10th, Texas Tornado 11th, Harris Pletz 12th, Park 13th, Grade 8 14th, and that is your field. That was a great race by everybody involved. A lot of battling going on. Some tough luck for some drivers as well. So let's just get everybody here in the booth and then we will go through our drivers. Yeah, I got you. Let me just get the rest of the folks in here. We need just Cars and J Spring. Where are the rest of these folks? Awesome, awesome. Everybody's in here finally. Let me just make one adjustment real quick and then we will get underway with the interviews. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, well, congratulations folks. You are all on the podium here. Let's start with you, Cars Ben. What what a last 2 laps to be able to reel Death Storm back in to take the final podium position away from him. I know you guys were going to be battling for fourth, but then Potty made a slight mistake and cost himself the lead. But overall, you had a great race. The only downside I saw from your race was the double stacking in the pit lane. What happened there? Did you not see Cheesehead go into pit lane?
No, I knew Cheesehead was going into the pit lane, but he was about 3 seconds ahead of me when we were going in. I think I was just a little bit more aggressive on the entry, and I had a damaged wing, so it was either I box now or I box later. It really, I didn't want to lose more time to the damage with the worn tires, so I decided I have a 3 second gap. I probably will maximum lose maybe an extra second on that, and I just made a calculus to go in, which didn't pay off because I think we were just thinking Cheetos was a little bit more precautionary, and I was a little bit more aggressive, but that's okay. Um, so, I mean, overall, race was fine. Just got that wing damage. Put my race into jeopardy when they fixed the wing damage at the double stack. So not only did I take the double stack penalty, but they didn't fix my wing. Which is the whole reason I went in. So that was probably the part that was bad. But other than that, I think I did decent enough, especially at the end there. Somehow survived once again, whatever that was. I don't know what you even labeled that thing, but got through that. Yep, good result. We're happy with the result.
Absolutely. That was a great comeback drive, and then the incident into turn one on the restart allowed you to, gain a couple more positions there. I did catch it on stream. I believe they clipped it, so if you wanted, you could go back and check that out. Um, but I mean, I didn't realize you had the damaged wing. We were all kind of wondering how you fell off so far and then wasn't able to catch back up. So that makes plenty of sense for you. So congratulations on the P3. What's your take on the Las Vegas circuit? Did you enjoy it or not?
Um, it was not great. No, it's not very fun. I don't think it provides very good racing, and I think the DRS is super gimmicky. So my opinion is that we shouldn't race there again.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your P3 and what a comeback drive you had.
Thank you.
On to you, Cheesehead. Getting up to P2. I saw that late in the race you were trying everything in your power to reel Potty in, but he was just on another set of rails tonight. Pulled that early gap from everybody and then just kind of pulled away with the race until that safety car came out. Um, what's your take on your race?
Um, well, hats off to Potty. He had the field covered until quarter of a lap or 3/4 of a lap left. So he was fucking. Or, he was fast. He was fast. He was really fast. I tried to undercut him and do everything I could. I couldn't catch him. So, um, congrats to the Haas that won. Um, Great pace. I don't know why I couldn't fire the softs off or whatever happened. I have no idea. It just honestly it wasn't really too confident. I had like 5 laps of practice and just kind of got out here. So yeah, P2 was pretty good from last week. Didn't race, but um, yeah, it was a pretty good race because it was quiet for me. I wasn't battling or in some DRS battle. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great race. What's your take on the Las Vegas circuit? Did you like it?
I think there is probably it's a cool idea. Probably a handful of tracks in the U.S. that you could have picked from and not go to this one or make their own. It's a cool idea. I get it. Um, I'm more of actually a traditionalist person who likes traditional circuits, not street circuits, other than Baku and Singapore. I like Monaco because that's Monaco, but um, the DRS is just way too powerful. Like, you have no chance, first off, at all. If you're in a second, you're going to get passed. So there's the one problem. And it's all straights. Like, there's only turn 1 and 2 that are corners. So, um, yeah. Should the league come back? That's up for everybody to decide. Personally, I think the backdrop is cool. It's a cool idea, but just needs to be redesigned. That ain't it. So, cool idea. Handful of tracks to pick from in real life. They could have picked, and this ain't it for sure.
I mean, the layout,
Braking zones are, yeah.
the braking zones are definitely tough. You know, having the corners while you're braking, it makes for a lot more technical skill in regard to trail braking. But I do agree with you on the circuit. Not a big fan of the layout because it's a pig upside down. And even Christian Horner said that. So you might want to have that conversation with him, and maybe you guys can come up with a better layout.
My opinion with it is personally, like, also too, like the traction zones, it honestly felt a lot like F122, where it's just like wheel spin. So, and the curves were giant. So I don't know what they like. I understand this was built before the track's supposed to be out or whatever, but like the Vietnam circuit raced completely fine. So did Zandvoort, and I'm sure there's another Miami. I thought raced fine too. So they just either did a poor job or something, because it doesn't race right. Like, I don't even know what corner it is, but you break into it and it veers you right. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So,
Yeah, I think you're talking about.
like I said, that's up to the admins to decide. Personally, if it was me, there's probably either France or Portugal could go on the schedule over this track. Don't get me wrong, the backdrop is amazing, but
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. But congratulations on your second place finish. Way to keep that car facing straight despite the many issues that the
pending Stewart's results. I know how this is. Oscar Piastri, so I know how this goes.
absolutely. But congratulations once again, and enjoy your second place while you can.
Thank you.
On to your winner tonight in the Haas. I'm sure Gunter is hanging out with a paddock, running around, streaking down the street, or doing something. But your winner tonight is Jay Supreme, coming from pretty far back, caught up to Potty, and managed to take the victory away from him. What was going through your head, Supreme, on that last safety car restart?
Well, it gave me a shot to at least get second, because I don't know if I was gonna be able to beat Potty, because he was super fast. So I was at least gonna give I think Cheesehead was in front of me, right? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna battle him for second, really, and then I realized Potty was on mediums, so um, from there I just kind of went for it, and I don't know what happened to him, because he kind of glitched in my screen, so I didn't really notice what happened.
Yeah, I think he probably got some rear locking going into that corner. Not exactly sure either because it did glitch a little bit on my screen as well. Next thing you know, he's straight and then he is teed with the wall. So, but I mean, you put in a great show, just going alternate strategy from all the front runners and started to gain some pace on them midway through the race when their tires started to wear off, and you went to the mediums, and That honestly, in my opinion, that's the best strategy to do all season long on any track is to go with the harder compound first, get that out of the way, and then go to the softer compound because you're going to have less fuel in the car and better race pace throughout. But what's your take on the Las Vegas circuit? I mean, obviously you got the win, so you must like it in some sort of fashion.
I mean, it's a cool track to drive on. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it really. I've had a few fun races there. It was pretty cool. It's just weird. I don't know. It's just I guess it's a little boring because I mean most of the race I was pretty bored. And yeah, I mean I was driving by myself. Like there was a train in front of me and a train behind me. And I was just pretty much trying to keep up with the guys in front of me, but they had a little train going, so I couldn't get within a 2 second gap to like try to get some DRS and try to get some action going. So I was just kind of driving, just trying to stay on track, and I was just waiting to pit for mediums and then just kind of go for it. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess, like I said, I don't really care much for the track.
Absolutely. I mean, Las Vegas can bring a lot of good battles. You know, I know that DRS straight is horrendous. Um, I'm kind of surprised I didn't see any double overtake from anybody going down that DRS straight. It was just kind of let's jump the car that's two cars in front of us and then just keep on cruising ahead. So, but yeah, you managed to get the win on alternate tire strategy, positioned yourself pretty well late in the race, and then when it came down to the final few laps, you put the pressure on Potty, and Potty kind of choked. So, that's a great race by you. Congratulations on your P1, and go do some streaking with Gunter in the paddock. I'm sure he's waiting for you.
Thanks, man.
All right, folks, I am the Johnny Damon. This is AM2 round 13 at Las Vegas. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, you will see EU2 take on the Las Vegas circuit. And then 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you will see AM1 take on Las Vegas. Next week, we will be at... Where are we going next week? No, we are at Hungary next week. So I will see you all next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at the Hungarian Grand Prix, my favorite circuit on the entire calendar. It's up for battles between that one and Zandvoort, which are my two favorite tracks. But Zandvoort didn't make the calendar this year. It's just Hungary. So in the meantime, tune in tomorrow for both EU and AM tiers, and then I will see you all next week. Take it easy, guys, and have a great night.